This is a general announcement. With the visitors from South Wales, please return to their vehicle and switch off the engine. Thank you.
Well, you're right, guys. I'm glad to say that everybody breathed a sigh of relief at the Malvern Three Counties Showground last weekend. They could see the exhibits. Sorry, Tony and Danny. And I gotta say, I had a very good time there. Best part was meeting these fellow YouTubers. What a motley crew. And it's Jane's fault we ended up in the vintage village. Somewhat subliminal there, Jane? Anyway, here they are left to right. I'm sure you know them all, but I will put a link to their channels in the description below. So we got Tony, Nigel, some weirdo in glasses, Jane, Mr. J and Liz, Rue, Danny, Nick, Rob, Terry, and last but not least, on the right hand side there, Duncan. The other Nick is missing. He went walkabout. It was great meeting you all, guys, and let's hope we can do it again next year. Okay then, on with the video. A bit of a mishmash. What am I doing? Oh, I'm sowing some peas, making yet more tomato juice. Yes, I like tomato juice. And a look at my green tomatoes with a quick chat about how to ripen them. Here we go. Alright guys, on my front drive at the moment. This is the veggie bag that had celery in it. I'm not going to bother with celery again. Anyway, the bag's broke, the zip's broke, so I'm going to put overwintering peas in there. If I can find it, hang on. There we are, and then, yeah, Pea Meteor from the Veg Growers Podcast Club. But, first of all, I need to revive the compost a little bit in there. I've taken out all the celery roots, so all I'm going to do now is just dump my last bag of living green salad and veg. Yeah, a bit heavy this. It's got a bit damp. So it won't be a fine tilth, but you know, just enough to give the seeds a fighting chance to grow, really. Then again, pea seeds are quite big. But the reason I'm doing this in the broken one is because, knowing me, I leave the lid zipped up when the flowers were out and the pollinators were around. So with a broken lid, I'll be okay, I reckon. Right, that'll do. Meteor, one of the few peas you can grow outdoors over winter. I know what I'm going to do. I'll do. I'm just going to tickle them in. Yeah, any poking out, I'll just give them a... They'll be alright. I'm not going to water those because that is soaking wet anyway. Cool, job one done. It's going to be a mass production line this. I want to get as many of these tomatoes juiced as I can because I've decided I want tomato juice. So, here we go then, let's get going. Some of them are a bit overripe, they've split a little bit, you know. It doesn't really matter that much, but if they got a bit of mould on them, I won't use them, you know. Freshly split like that are okay. That's gone too far. This is me, I left them outside in the rain and they've split. Weird. One day I will learn. Do things when you need to, not leave them. One thing I did remember from last time though, use the coarse sieve, not the fine one. It won't get blocked up. So no rhyme or reason to this, all sorts of tomatoes going in. I do like tomato juice. And what I'll do this time is I'll use a bit of a Worcestershire sauce with it. Well, that's used up all of the really ripe ones, so I'm happy with that. That's what I wanted to do. So now I've got a fair bit of juice to push through the strainer. Let's leave that like that a sec. That'll do. I ought to put these seeds on eBay, guys. Mystery tomato seeds. You don't know what you've got until they fruit. Because in here we got Tumbler, Cherami, Meccano, Crimson Crush, Purple Cherokee and Roma. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Good mix. No, you don't know what it is. I wonder what they sell. I might just do that for a laugh, you know. Here we go then, I'm going to do that. Right, mystery. And it's just started raining, so I'm going to have to rush. I hate rushing. Could do it inside, I suppose. That means I've got to take all the camera back in. Right, here's the tomato juice. Get that in there. Trying not to make a mess. That's not bad, is it? That surprised me how much was in there. Right, there we are, that. All right, Blossom. I'm sat here filming in the rain. Might have to split this around a bit if it ferments too fast. Be good for a laugh, wouldn't it? Right, clean up, get indoors. Put the electric away first, I think. Well, that weather's certainly turned in the last couple of days. Definitely cold. Let's have a quick look round, actually. I got to sort these tiger nuts out. Now, they were left in from last year. I didn't harvest them. And that there's last year's, you know, brown leaves. So I'm looking forward to some of those. Yeah, brassicas. They're all right. No pest damage there. A few more over. Oh, look at me, big tomatoes are falling over. I'm saving those for green tomatoes now. Oh, speaking of which, let's go and have a look at the tomatoes. It's almost worth not standing that back up again, isn't it? No. Yeah, a few more brassicas there. Getting sidetracked again. There must have been a bit of a wind because this was not blown over just now. That's my blueberries, 3 blueberries from Aldi, a couple of quid each. I'm planting those out soon. Got to harvest these peppers. That's one that. More brassicas. More peppers. More brassicas. Is that? Yeah, I'll put some stuff down there in a minute. Right, sidetracked, here we go. Right, I've come to look at the tomatoes really to see. Well, there's none to really harvest at the moment. But what I'm looking at, I'm planning for green tomato dishes, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to have too many green tomatoes this year, I don't think. Anything with a bit of colour to it, like that, or that, and even those, because they're just turning, if you look at the difference in green, they will ripen. Now, whether we ripen them on the vine, or take them indoors, remains to be seen. So, yeah. Good tips on ripening. If you want to ripen some green ones, they need to be on the turn. They need to be just starting to change colour. Now, you can't always tell this because it's internal, if you know what I mean. They turn before they start showing their colour. So, I mean, in reality, that one there could be well on its way to becoming a red tomato. We don't know. So the safest way to do it for us, really, is to pick the lot. We know ones on the turn will go red. The ones that don't go red will stay green. Now, the worst thing you can do, probably, is to stick them in a sunny windowsill because they will get sunburn, and the skins will go tough. You don't want tough skins. I say get sunburn. They'll get sunburn if the sun's out. You know, if it gets really bright, if it's a really sunny window. Oh, there's some. What are we? There's some charamis at the back there. You probably can't see them. Right at the back in that hole there. Yeah. Green tomatoes, on the turn you can, in a paper bag with an apple or a banana, the old ethylene gas gets them going. But like I said, only if they are going to turn anyway. If a tomato is always going to be green because it's unripe, it will never turn. So you'll end up with green tomatoes. That's what I come out for, really. Bit of a long talk, but you know, I do go on, don't I? Still can't get over these Cherokee purple things. They ain't bloody purple, are they? They got stripes on them. Yeah. Getting near the end now. I mean, Brads. I mean, even now with Brads, they only got a little bit of green on them. Let's have a look. That's ripe. Let's look over, get on Blossom's Drive. You can see a definition of it. They've all got this sharp point on them. Every single one of my Brads has got a pointy nipple. God damn it, weird. That's a nice one, actually. That's probably the first one that's got any colour to it. But even then it's only red and green. It's not like your purples and yellows and stuff as advertised. Oh dear. Yeah, they've done blooming well this year. I'm really well chuffed with the tomatoes this year. I've already got about 15 varieties for next year, so I've got to make some sort of choice. In fact, I'm probably going to do that now because it's not very nice out here. I was a bit out with a guess of 15. There's 25 there and one more to go on the list, and that's Kenilworth King George from Nick. There's a few there I won't be growing and I will be giving away. And knowing me, I'll probably change my mind 3 or 4 times before March. Thinking cap on here. Veggie pod is a bit underplanted at the moment. The only thing actually growing in there is those chilies. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I've got loads of winter lettuce to go in. That's the ideal place for them. So I'll be doing those pretty soon. Yeah, these are those rooster spur. They're evil little things, they are, I tell you. Tiny little chilies, but hang on. Oh, crikey, yeah. Oh, they are. That little thing there, that is as hot as any cayenne or, yeah, excuse me. Oh, well, that certainly wakes the taste buds up in the morning, doesn't it? Will I ever learn? Well, there we are, look. That's those mystery tomato seeds all waiting to be dried out. Well, just before we go, it is now October. The single seed potato challenge for 2022 ends at the end of this month. So if you haven't got your spuds out and you haven't sent me the weights yet, you know, get on with it. I know a few of you have fallen by the wayside, but I tell you what, we got some cracking weights. Over half the entries are in, just over half, and we're up to 75 kilograms from about 14 little potatoes. I mean, incredible. Well, if you enjoyed this one, guys, bit of a mishmash. Look after yourselves, take care, and I will catch you on the next video.